All right, welcome back for this week's Brookings Blizzard Player Podcast, brought to you as always by our good friends at H&R Block. This week's player, we will have the 6-foot right-hander, number 12, TJ Koufis. How are you doing, TJ?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
Not so bad myself.
That's great.
This your first podcast, then?
This is.
All right, well, it's just like an interview, but now I get to see your pretty face.
That's
All right.
flattering.
So you joined the team a while back. I guess walk us through where you came from, I guess.
Like this season or
Yeah.
over the past years?
Yeah, we can get into your playing hockey growing up.
So I was with the Madison Capitals
Mhm.
for the majority of the season, and then came here about a month and a half ago.
So had you had time to kind of adjust to playing here in Brookings? At least the
Yeah.
weather's lightening up a little bit.
Yeah, it's getting warmer. I mean, juniors is juniors anywhere you go.
Mhm.
So I'm enjoying it a lot here, though.
That's good. So you're from Palatine, Illinois.
hmm
What was it like kind of growing up and playing hockey there? Was it much for a hockey community?
Here and there. I mean, every town is different for sport. I'd say our town wasn't really big on hockey,
Mhm.
but we had one rink, and I grew up playing there until I was about, 9 years old, and then I made a move to like a different team, and then I kind of just kept going from there.
That's good. So a lot of the guys, they started skating when they were, 3 years old.
hmm
Is that kind of the case for you as well?
Yeah, I was around 3 or 4, I bet. Can't remember.
Started playing organized hockey around 6 probably.
I think it was 4 or 5. I'm
4 or
not really
5,
sure.
holy moly.
Probably 5. I don't really remember. I just got put on skates and then away we went.
As soon as they could, you started
Yeah.
playing. Did you get a chance, I guess, to play a whole lot of other sports? Like you said, you grew up in a town where hockey was the main sport.
Yeah, I played baseball for I'd say for about 10 years. Like not crazy competitive, but summer, enjoy it, being outside with
Mhm.
my school friends, and I'm the only one of my friends in my town who plays hockey. So
Oh,
I
really?
was definitely introduced to a lot of other stuff. In the summer, I'd be outside playing football with my friends or basketball or baseball, whatever. So kind of just, something different, I guess.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of neat, kind of not coming from a hockey community and having
Yeah.
somebody that's found success
Mhm.
at it. Was there something about hockey that growing up your friends weren't playing? Because that's usually a thing that gets kids into sports, was the fact that
The
you're
friends.
yeah.
I mean, I made
and-
friends through like I'm still best friends with some of the people I played
Mhm.
with when I was 7 years old.
Mhm.
But I mean, like I just I didn't really think about it much. I just went out there and played, and that was my thing. I loved it, and I still do. So I just went with it. Yeah.
Really found yourself having a lot of fun while
Yeah.
you were doing it. That's
Mhm.
good. Did you grow up with siblings then? Back in
I have
Illinois?
2 sisters, Elena and Katie.
Okay, older or younger?
My older sister is turning 20 next month, and my little sister is 13. She will be going to high school next year.
Did you kind of grow up in a sports type family, or are you kind of a trailblazer?
Not really. I mean, my dad was a hockey guy. Obviously, he
Mhm.
played. Not a really big sports family. I mean, my little sister plays volleyball. My older sister is a pretty competitive dancer. So, I mean, athletic, but not crazy on
Mhm.
sports. Like hockey's the only that's our sport in our family. We love hockey.
That's cool. So you wear number 12 coming in at the end of the season.
Mhm.
You didn't get a whole lot of a choice. Was that a number that you've worn in the past? Does that have any?
I didn't even
meaning?
get a choice. They just
Oh,
gave me
really?
12.
Well, hopefully it's not a number that you can't stand. Then.
I mean, I like it. It's
there you
doing
go.
me well.
All right. Well, that's good. I guess 6 foot, bigger guy.
Mhm.
Have you always been a forward, I guess?
Yeah, always been a forward.
Gotcha. So your favorite hockey team is the Blackhawks. Where
Yeah.
did that come from?
From Chicago, I can't root for any other team.
There you go.
Season tickets every year. We go to all the games. That's just the team I've always rooted for.
Yeah, from Illinois.
Mhm.
We're closest to. We're pretty close to Minnesota here in
Mhm.
Brookings, so there's a lot of Wild
Yeah.
fans. So.
My mom is actually born and raised Minnesota.
Oh, really?
So when we were in Austin, she came out and had some family come, so that was pretty cool. And I don't think she even watched much hockey growing up until she met my dad. So
Well, that's good
yeah,
because being a Wild fan and watching the Blackhawks beat them in the postseason every year would be frustrating.
I bet, seriously.
All right, so I guess I know you guys stayed pretty busy with being here when you're not practicing.
Mhm.
You go over film with Devin and Mo, and then you spend a lot of time with the trainers and
Yeah.
the guys working out at the wellness center.
Mhm.
Do you have time, I guess, for any other kind of hobbies that you have outside of the ice rink?
I mean, school is always, priority. I wouldn't call it a hobby.
Yeah.
I'd say it's just as important as
Hmm.
being on the ice. But aside from that, I watch an outrageous amount of movies, like too much. That's kind of all I do all day because I don't play video games. That's
Hmm.
not really my thing. So I kind of just lay down and watch a couple
Watch
movies,
movies.
then go to bed. Yeah.
So we've been here about a month and a half.
Yeah.
So what do you like it here in Brookings?
Yeah, I really like it here.
Kind of even with the school, it still kind of has that small town feel.
Yeah, it's not too big, and it's cool being on campus. That's a
Mhm.
new thing. Yeah.
So you're committed playing college hockey. Kind of walk me through like your recruiting process and what kind of made up your mind about where you wanted to go.
Well, I had this was after my Bantam major year. I was with Chicago Mission at the time. Um, we had gotten back from nationals, and summer hockey was coming up, all the camps and stuff. We had like our region camp for like the national camp and stuff like that. So I was kind of just doing those, a lot of eyes there, and University of Wisconsin was at one of our regional camp games in Illinois, and I went out there, I played, and then they offered for me to come visit. I went there, I loved it, and that's just where I see myself playing for college.
Just kind of really had a kind of a connection when you went there.
I felt at home, honestly.
Mhm. That's good. So obviously, you seem like you got a head on your shoulders. You really care about your education.
Hmm.
Outside of hockey, obviously the goal is to keep playing as long as you can and keep having as much
That's the
success as
dream.
possible. Outside of hockey, I guess, what do you have for yourself for career and education goals?
That is, that's been a tough subject for me. I've had some trouble going through that, but as of right now, I'd really like to be a teacher, a history teacher. I love history. That's my thing. Honestly, a goal of mine would be a professor at a college,
Mhm.
maybe, upper level educator, I guess. Or go into sports management, still try to be around the game, even if I'm not
Mhm.
playing.
Yeah, I actually have a sports management program here in Brookings.
Really? I'll
That's
have to
actually
take a
where
look
I
at
went.
that. Yeah.
So a lot of the guys kind of have weird little quirks with their game day routine, whether it's their blade not being able to touch the ground so they get on the ice. They have to put their left pads on first. Anything like that you notice with yourself?
I always have to put left stuff on first. That's my thing. Um, I always put my sticks in the same spot, like before a game. I
Mhm.
used to not let my blade touch the ground, but as I got older, I was kind of just like, it's not making much of a difference.
It's not making a difference for
Um, yeah, nothing crazy. I mean, same food.
you. Hmm.
I watched. I'm a big movie guy, as I told
Mhm.
you. I watched the same movie before every game.
What movie
The
was
night
that?
before a game and the day of a game. Fight Club.
Fight Club?
I love Fight Club.
That's your pump up movie?
That's my movie. Brad Pitt.
All right. Well, so I guess going from Illinois, you're still in the Midwest. Is there anything, I guess, specific, that you miss about being back home? I mean, family, food, your pets.
Just, family and friends, the people there. I mean, this town's pretty similar to mine. It's small. It's got a good feel to it. Just, I miss, people. I grew up there my whole life, so it was kind of weird just leaving them out of nowhere like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, season's drawing to an end.
Mm-hmm.
That must be nice to get time off and to be able to go home and see all your friends and family.
Yeah, of course.
All right, last question here for you.
Mhm.
Since you're a movie buff, other than
Mhm.
Fight Club, name your top other 4 movies.
All right. Man. Pulp Fiction.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I
That's a
know.
movie.
I have to say Miracle. Everyone says it,
Mhm.
but it's a good movie. Like, I don't want to be that guy. It's just a general choice, but I really like it. What else? I have my all I'm thinking right now is Fight Club because that's just like my movie. I like Stand By Me. That's a good movie.
That's the one where
Stephen
they're-
King book.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
with like the 4 kids.
Where the kids
yeah,
find the dead body.
that's a good movie.
Yeah.
What is that? 3?
Yep.
One more. I like The Notebook. I'm not ashamed to say it.
There we go.
I like The Notebook. It's a good movie.
Hitting us with a left turn. All
Yeah.
right. With a little nugget there that we didn't know about you, TJ. All right. We're towards the end of our podcast here. We always take a little brief time for you to give a little shout out to the fans so they can follow you on social media. That way they can get to know you a little bit better
All
as a
right,
person.
cool. So what do I got to do here?
Just give them your handles for whatever
All
you
right,
feel comfortable.
Instagram, TJ___Koufis. That's 3 underscores. Twitter, Koufis88. That's it. That's all I have.
All right, sounds good. As always, our podcast is brought to you by our good friends at H&R Block. We are in the heat of tax season right now, so if you don't want to get surprised, you can always visit our friends at H&R Block. And if you're from Brookings or the surrounding areas, go find Wayne Nakestead. Let him know you heard it here first at the Brookings Blizzard podcast, and he'll give you a 25% discount on your first tax preparation. H&R Block is located here in town at the University Mall, and you can always give him a call at 605-692-5715. All right, thanks, TJ.
Thanks for having me.